on record.
What? Okay. What the fuck?
Shit, and on record, I'm just here to say fuck Skip.
Yo, okay, niggas. Y'all niggas be sucking penis.
Yo, you recording, bro?
What?
You recording right now?
I'm finna record. Why? You tryna debate? You tryna debate? Cause I really like.
If he really gonna try to say Rocks ain't the best.
It really is the best. It really is the best
They
move.
need to get out of here.
I really have too much evidence to prove this.
Bro, he was all like, "It's not the move that makes it good. It's the effect." Like,
Nigga, it's the move that causes.
It's the only move that causes it.
When you skip English class, so you don't remember what cause and effect is. Oh.
Shut the fuck up.
Man.
Man, shit.
I'll pull up with my clip and shoot you in the head. Oh, nice. Wait, what? Fire blast. Fire blast, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh, this bastard is mixed. Come on, what the fuck is this bullshit? Who the fuck runs mixed Infernape in OU?
Bro, I used to do that.
Oh my god, this shit is gay as fuck. Let me get out of here.
But that was before Gen 6.
Oh, of course, and he burns me,
No,
man.
you
Just
were better.
I'm done with that bit.
Skip, ain't nobody on the server on your side.
All these, yo, because these niggas are not good. What the fuck, bro? Help me, tell me why Scald and U-turn are the best move and Rocks is at Kit
Regular niggas.
Man.
You gave him the tag regular niggas.
Man, Kid Cuisine, when has he ever? Yo, Jam.
Yeah,
You see
what's up?
my son Nebby? He's the demigod right here.
Alright.
Ask him what I've done to Shade in the past. Kid Cuisine. This nigga has never beaten me in a match.
I mean, probably because, I'm probably the best one here by far.
Shut the fuck up. No. Maybe
not this shit.
Yeah, maybe. You're probably better than me at Fit Gen.
Hey, Steph, you know I'm better than you at every gym but this gym.
You're probably better than me at. Nah, I'll bust your ass in 6.
Everyone is better than Steph.
And what?
I'll bust. You're only better than me in Fit Gen. I'll bust your ass in 6 and 7 Gen.
Wait, what about 4th gen? What about 3rd gen, 2nd, and 1st?
I mean, I never played. Well, have you played 1st through 3rd?
Yeah, bro. I played all the gens, man.
I mean, I haven't played competitively 1st through 3rd.
Hey, and Steph, you know you're not better than me in 6 also.
I'll bust your. I'll put you on a stretcher in 6th. What you mean?
Nah, that ain't happening.
You know for a fact it's gonna happen.
Man, I ain't playing months and I'll still whip your hiney.
Man, this nigga Shade, he was talking all this.
Off my belt.
This nigga Shade, man, he was talking all that smoke, and he ain't pulling up because he don't want to catch no smoke. Like, damn, Skip, where your man? Oh, he finally pull up. Speak of the nigga.
Let's
We're here. Oh my god, the mob is here.
I'll finally. Man, hold on. Let me see if Nebby wants to get in. Let me see if Nebby want to get in on this. You want to get in?
Hey, yo, kid, you ain't actually believe this man when he say Skull is better than Rocks, right?
Hey, I'm gonna need you to wait. Hold on.
Man.
This man telling me that Rocks is better than Skull.
First of all, Rocks is better than Skull.
Good against one type, right?
Rocks is better than Skull. Wait, say that again?
So your Rocks is invalid. Shut your ass up.
You're forgetting Ice.
Boy, you shut your ass up.
Niggas forgetting Ice, first of all.
Ain't nobody out here using a pure Ice type.
Are you stupid?
Man, tell me what. Name one team where you ain't got a flying type on it. I'm waiting.
You trying to tell me that Landorus is on like 70% of the teams, right?
Man, that's 12% every time he comes in.
Facts. 12.5% actually. Where was that thing? I sent a whole thing in the chat a while ago, like not too long ago, showing all the percentages Rocks give when you switch in. Let's see, where is that? What's with all these gay shit? What's with all these? Man, I'm going
It's
deep.
just math.
It's just math.
You acting like all these boys close to 12.5.
Hey man. Yeah, I'm really going deep right now. Pause.
Hey, yo,
Oh, by the way, I'm recording.
It's just facts. You just gotta say one thing, and that's Rock's the best.
Rocks
That's
is
all
really,
you gotta
Rocks
say.
really is the best move. Tell me. I'm gonna
Like, I mean, there's not. You don't even need to make a video.
I really don't like it.
Because-
Man, Blunder's made a video on how the game would be without Rocks. Where the fuck is
I
the
didn't see that,
where the fuck is the goddamn picture, man? I might just have to search this bitch
A
back up.
game without rocks would be third gen.
The best gen.
The best gen was not
Yeah,
third
That's
gen.
not the best shit.
That is not the best
Yeah,
gen.
it's
Not even,
So much fun, dude.
not even close to the best gen, man. That was back when moves were not.
You've never even played third gen.
I've studied enough, man. I've studied enough, and I've seen enough third gen to know that's not the best gen, man. How you trying to tell me that? Wait, this is, we're not. This is not even a video about third gen. We could talk about third gen later. This is about Rocks. So,
Just because you a whole nerd don't mean a damn thing. Third gen best.
all right, Shay. Tell me why is Rocks? Tell me why Rocks is not the best move. Tell me why it's not. Why is U-turn? Why is U-turn in?
Rocks is hella situational, okay?
What are you talking about? I can lead off with Clefable. I can lead off with Clefable. I can lead off with Landorus.
Yeah, I'm against rocks being the best move, but it's definitely not situational.
Alright? I need
You always get him up.
You know what? Just talk. Everybody.
When I need that burn, I get that burn. Is that your guard shot with that fucking
Wait.
high message that you get a
If you're
burn?
saying it's situational, that literally goes against your argument. You say it's called the best move. It's called only happens 30% of the time.
Hey, Skull got that damage. What do Rocks have?
Talking about, bruh?
Hey, hold on. Hey, yo, man, this your man?
You come out here trying to spit facts,
Hey, yo, man, this your man?
and you licking out here.
Man, Scald is not even close to the best move. First of all, that shit got nerfed in 7th gen, so it doesn't
What
even
does that mean?
it doesn't even burn at the same percentage that it used to.
Wait, yeah, it does.
It says it's 30%, but it really doesn't burn at that same ratio. You're trying to tell me?
Steph, it's 30. It's 30. Don't argue with the game mechanics.
No.
It's just
The
burned
gaming
out.
mechanic. Like, tell me, like, Jam. When was the last time you played Mons? When was the last time you played Mons?
Like probably 2 months ago.
Okay, so like when you're playing and you click Scald, are you trying to tell me that it burns the same amount of time that it used to burn back in like 5th and 6th gen?
Hey man, I'm not gonna argue with the game statistics. People would have already thrown it out if that's the
You
fact.
get it when you need it. What's up?
You really don't.
I
Pokemon,
don't really say
Skull,
that when you
Nerf.
need it.
Look, I'm checking it up right now. Skull, Nerf right now.
Nobody give a damn. Shut your ass up.
But okay, you want me to tell you something right now? You know, okay, you want to know what the number one move used right now on Smogon is on Pokemon? It's Stealth Rocks. And you want me to show you the list? I'll show you.
Y'all basic bitches.
I'll show you the list.
What's number 2? Is it U-turn?
Actually, it's Substitute.
Substitute. Yeah, like I said, what I think is the second best move. Yeah, out of here, y'all.
First of all, that's the only reason Star Rocks is number one is because everybody want to use a stall set. Now, shut your
First
ass
of all,
up.
actually the number one used playstyle is either hyper offense or balance.
Yeah, it's on every play style though. It's not just on Soul. What you talking about?
Stall. It literally
What are you
is
talking
on every
about,
playstyle.
spikes?
You wanna know why land? You know another reason for why Stealth Rocks is the best move. Look at
Right,
Landorus.
spit up
Look at Landorus T. Look at Landorus T. Why do you think he's the number one used Pokemon right now in OU? Highest
You
usage.
can't kill it. You can't
No,
kill it.
no,
That's
it's because of stuff. It's because it's the best rocker. It's arguably the best defogger. And you don't even need to just use Landorus to set up rocks. You could use Ferrothorn.
Exactly.
There are so many notable rockers. I'll pull up a list.
And the thing is, all these good rockers, I mean, it's so easy because it's hard to kill them. So you'll get them up most likely, no matter what.
Let's see.
And if there's a 4-time effective move, you know, to just switch out, you'll get them up later.
Let's see all the rockers right now in OU. You got Chance, you got Clef, you got Excadrill, you got Ferrothorn, you got Garchomp,
Yup.
you got Heatran, one of the most used mons. You got Jirachi, you got Landorus T, you got Mamoswine, you got Mute, you got Mew.
Whoa, Mewtwo?
No,
Whoa,
Mew. I said
slow
Mew.
down.
I said Mew. You got Skarmory. You got Swampert.
Alright, Starmie don't learn it.
You got-
Scar.
No, I didn't say Starmie. I said Skarmory.
Forgot about Mawile.
You got Mawile too. Tyranitar. Oh, you also got Bisharp. Tyranitar.
Pinsir.
Alright, now, hey, you going too far, man. You going too far.
Yeah, Pinsir too. I keep forgetting because that nigga's the bug type.
Stop. We ain't going there. You
You
hurting
want-
us now.
And you want to know something else? You want to know? If you ask the best players in the game, what's the best move? They're gonna say it's rocks.
Every single one of them will say rocks.
And you wanna know how I know that? It's because I asked half of them. And I got the screenshots to prove it.
Who all you ask?
I asked Blunder. I asked AB. Oh, let me see. I have the thing right here.
You got this message, yo?
Yeah, I got the messages right here. All right, let's see.
Post them in chat.
All right, bet I got you. Hold on, I got it on my phone. I'll post it off my phone. It's easier this way because it's like all stacked into one. But like, you could continue telling me why Scald is the best move. Why is Scald the best move, kid? Why is knockoff the best move, Skip? Isn't that what you said was the best move? Was it
Nah,
knockoff?
you said U-turn and skull.
Skip said.
Hey, let's let him out the
Oh damn, kid just left because he knew it was over.
Get that bitch ass out here. I was going to kick him anyways.
Let's see. Is this is 1, 2, 3?
Ayo, Shade.
There's more.
Nah, Shade out here. Wait, Skip.
Yeah.
What's your argument?
Yes, I want to hear your argument. There's more.
For what?
Why Stealth Rocks is not the best move.
Alright, because you can run like 2 rockers on team, but more often than not you're gonna only have stealth rocks once on team, right?
Okay, what is your point?
And because of that, it's not spammable like Scald or Knockoff or U-turn.
But why would you need to spam
Like, you
it
can't
if you
just
could?
keep clicking rocks and gain something every single time, like with Scald. Even, like, let's say you have your Keldeo, right? And they have their Landers or something, right? They're gonna switch into their Bulu or their Toxapex or whatever, right? And then you Scald it, you burn it. So then next time, once they have enough chip, you can actually kill it because you cancel out their leftovers, you cancel out as you turn, whatever. With U-turn, you click it and you always gain something. You always get the momentum and you always get some sort of damage off. And what was your move? Knockoff? You always get a good amount of damage off since it's 97.5 base power, and you get rid of items. Although it's not as good as it once was because of Z moves.
That's another.
But my point is you can always click it and always gain something out of it. You can't do that with rocks.
The thing about rocks is if you set it up once, unless you're running Magic Guard, you're always gonna take damage on switching, and it's practically the same. Well, it's not really the same as in damage content, but you're still taking damage every time you switch in without clicking a move. So
Man, that limits so many options. It makes it hard to run mons like Volcarona. It makes it hard to run Zapdos, you know.
The best
Zapdos should be on every single team with no rocks.
The best example.
No, that's not bad.
The best example of picking up residual damage with rocks is especially using a stall team. When you use a stall team, you could run Shanty, throw off 3 rocks, keep switching out because stall is one of the hardest playstyles to beat, and you could keep switching out because you need to kill.
It's not a hard playstyle to beat.
I said it's one.
Your point's invalid. Get out of here, man.
It's one of the hardest playstyles to beat.
It's the easiest playstyle to beat.
Whoa, okay, yeah, alright. This man is coming from the dude who ran a shell gun on a team. Yeah, okay.
Most of the forfeits, most number one
won every time with it.
Majority of the forfeits come from stall first.
Playing on 1300.
But like I was saying, think about it this way. Think about it this way.
I haven't lost a stall in the past 6 months.
Think about it this way. Think about it this way. You get rocks up.
Someone ain't playing no highlighters.
You get say I have a Heatran, you have a Ferrothorn, I get my rocks up. You're gonna switch out the next turn. Bring in your Landorus. I could switch out. Bring in my Water type. We're gonna keep switching until somebody gets the upper hand.
Since when is your Water type a Landorus switching?
Just an example.
Look.
What?
If you're in a position where you can't lose that mon to win, you're gonna switch out. Whether that's U-turn, like you said, getting momentum, keeping the momentum, you're still gonna switch out. You're still gonna take residual damage. So
the thing is, defog is everywhere. Like Tornadus T, which is incredibly common right now, it defogs on Landorus, it defogs on Clefable, which are the 2 most common. It even gets a defog off on.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets off a defog on Landorus because Stone Edge.
It does get a defog on Landorus.
Okay, well, Stone Edge 580. So.
It gets defogged off.
Because, I mean, you guys probably aren't high enough on the ladder
But like,
to see this.
no,
But
I don't need to.
defensive torn is
No,
everywhere.
I've seen that already. I've seen that enough to know exactly
This
what
man
I'm.
really think he's better than us, Steph. Listen to this.
I don't care if he's better. I don't care about that.
Some other time. This is about the
I
best.
don't. I don't care about that. But I know for a fact that rocks is the best move because, like you were saying, even if you do defog them, I could get them back up. There's nothing saying that I can't get them back up. You were saying that it's not spammable, but if you do get them off, I mean,
Nah. And like, listen to this. It's good in every play style. Any play style can run rocks and succeed.
Name one play style where Scald isn't good.
there one playstyle where rocks is not good.
Okay. That's okay.
The thing about rocks is that it works with every playstyle. Skull does work with every playstyle, but
You turn more with every play
Okay,
style.
but listen.
Okay.
Stealth rock is almost a necessity.
it's been a
It's
it's been a
nearly impossible to build a team without stealth rock.
It's been a necessity since 4th gen. It's been like 11. It's been 11 years. About 11 years. But DPP came out in
It
2007.
can only, it's not spammable is my point. Its effect is incredible.
Okay,
But why
why
would
is
you
that
need to-
It balances the
spammable to
game,
be
but you
good?
can't.
How does that
Like I've said before,
That's why is it
But once rocks are up, like it's a useless move.
it's yeah, but why would you?
It's only useful once per game.
That's like a Z move. You only use a Z move once per game. So what's the
But
difference?
with a Z move, you still have the like base move.
But you only use it once. What's the difference?
Because Z moves are broken. Don't even get me started on that.
Alright.
But like you're still okay. Think about it this: why would you need to use a move more than once if you're guaranteed residual damage every single turn on switching?
I'm not saying you do need to use it more than once, but if you could, it
So
would
is it
definitely be
also
broken.
broken?
But there wouldn't be any point in spamming it. It's
Yeah,
like
but-
spikes. You could set up three.
Spikes are broken.
You could set up 3 layers of spikes, but like if you could get
So
the
spikes are broken, but not stealth rock.
if you can get the job done in one turn, you would do it in one turn.
Yeah, well, I'm confused on why he's saying spikes broken, but he's hating on stealth rocks.
No, I'm not saying stealth rocks aren't good. It's definitely
So why no? But why are you saying
one of the most
spikes are
important
broken?
things in the game.
Why are you saying spikes are broken? And that's not even the
Because-
argument for the best.
Because why should I be able to get 3 layers of spikes up and beat
So why
like,
isn't that your best?
beat
Why is
Toxic
that-
Pex
why
with
is
Greninja,
that-
or Toxpex with Greninja, or really any counter, any switch into anything?
You're not answering my question. Why isn't that your argument for the best move from spikes? Why are you saying Scald if you're saying spikes is so broken?
Because you need to get multiple layers up for spikes.
So why'd you say it was broken?
And there's just not as many spikers, good spikers,
So why are you saying it's broken?
because it is. Volcarona is broken, but you don't see it.
So
The reason Volcarona isn't as broken as you would think is because rocks is keeping it in check.
Yeah, but defog is a thing.
Bruh, but so why are you saying spikes are broken?
I mean
And
that's
spikes. Oh my goodness, man, you're so two-sided.
so you're trying to say that rocks is not the best move in the game because you can't spam it. That's the reason it's not the best game. That's the reason it's not the best move in the game. Is that the reason? It's because it's not spammable and there's defoggers.
I mean, shoot, I can say that there's
Because-
no problem with water.
Because up until 6th gen, the only way to get rid of rocks was either was just to rapid spin them away. So
Before what, Jen?
until 6th gen, like getting rid of rocks, rapid spin was practically like the only way of getting rid of them.
Yeah.
So before defog, what is your opinion on that?
Before defog.
Before defog, what are you gonna say about that? In the previous gens, when rocks came about in 4th gen, it was literally it was like practically one of the most used moves in the game. Obviously
Yeah,
on entry hazards, and it's like it's still the number 1 move used right now in the community. But just because it's not spammable, that's the reason it's not the best move.
Yeah, the thing with older gens though is that one, there's not as like there's no Landers T, right? There's no
and also other moves.
you train on every single team, right?
But there's
But then also you don't have other, like there's no Scald, there's no, like knockoff was a thing, but it wasn't good.
And Explosion was probably the best move.
Yeah, Explosion was.
But rockers were still very prevalent.
Yeah. But I mean,
It was still on almost every single team, was it not?
Okay.
And nowadays, it's still on practically almost every team. Practically. 90% of the teams, I would say.
Probably 90%. Yeah.
At least 90%.
Yeah.
So, think about it.
Because, like,
Why would you...
someone who doesn't know what they're doing knows Stealth Rock is like, necessary.
But, like, you still haven't answered the question. Why would you want to spam... Why would you need to spam a move where you can get the job done in one turn and get residual every single turn? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not...
And then you could click U-turn or like.
And then, like... And... Like Lando T, he can run U-turn and he can run knockoff on the same set. If you think about it, putting up Stealth Rocks, guaranteeing residual, will turn a 3-hit KO into a 2-hit KO, so you can click Earthquake on that switch-in and kill something, or you could kill it while it's in
Why
front
would
of you.
someone switch in something that gets killed by landers? On all landers.
Heatran.
Why would someone switch in all Heatran kill landers?
I don't know, bad predictions.
What are
Blacephalon.
you predicting?
That is, I don't think that has anything. I don't think that really matters. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's just an example. If you're switching something in, think about it. Like, the residual is obviously going to turn a 4-hit KO into a 3-hit KO.
For what?
Anything. Just in general. In general, the residual racks up obviously over time. The reason people set up rocks is because it could obviously change the difference in hits it takes to get a KO.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
The reason people get rocks up is because it changes the amount of hits it takes to get a KO. One of the best used mons and most used mons that this is very prevalent with is Ash Gren.
Uses spikes.
I'm talking about like when it comes to getting up. I'm talking about when it comes to getting up rocks and turning like a 3-hit KO into like a 2-hit KO.
What 3 KO does that turn to a 2 KO with rocks with Ashgren?
Okay, so can you OHKO a Kartana with 1 hit with a regular Gren Let me check that calc real quick. I don't know.
Kill it with pulls.
I'm just using it as an example. Oh, I think I got a pretty good example. Let me see this. I just gotta calc it though. But it doesn't really change my point. It does change the amount of hits it takes to kill something.
I don't even know what mon you're talking about anymore.
Any mon in general. If you get rocks up, obviously the residual is gonna change. It does change. It does matter. All the damage matters in a game. All the amount of HP you lose does matter. It does rack up. It does change the outcome of the game.
Well, yeah, let's say, I mean, you're saying also one of the reasons why Stealth Rock is the best is that you can spin or defog them away, right?
Oh, him. That was him. Wait. You said why Stealth Rocks is the best is because you could spin or defog them away?
I think that was one of the points you made.
That was one of the points because you do need to waste a turn to get rid of them.
And also, like something like Excadrill, probably the most common spinner, would, if you're in on Landorus, you're not spinning, because you're going to take an Earthquake. And
no one uses Rapid Spin unless you're using Sand.
What are you talking about? Have you not seen Focus Sash Excadrill?
What? Wait, name one Excadrill set without Rapid Spin.
No, I mean,
No.
Sand is the only one that doesn't run it. Focus Sash, it's either Focus Sash you see, or you either see Mold Breaker, Earthquake.
Yeah, lead, I've seen lead.
Lead drill's bad though.
It's not.
It runs rocks, so.
So does every other lead.
Okay.
What's the point?
I don't understand how that's bad.
I don't know how it changes anything.
It's too slow to be a good lead.
I mean, that's the reason you put Sash. It's just to get rocks up. It's a suicide lead. That's the number one. Well, have you heard of Suicide Landorus? What do you think was the reason that even came to existence?
To get rocks up and either kill or weaken something.
Exactly. So how does that change anything? It's practically proving my point. That rocks is
I thought we were talking about Excadrill.
Wait, what? We're talking about rocks. Is everybody alive?
Yeah, man, I'm just ready for this to be over. Where's that calc you talking about?
What the fuck was I supposed to calc? I don't remember what the fuck I was calcing. Oh, there we go. I was like, yeah, nah, I had a brain fuck for a second. Here it is. Where that nigga at?
Man, hurry up so I can play some.
Man, shut your Fortnite ass up. That game is trash. I'm kidding. I don't give a fuck if you play Fortnite or what.
Steph, I hope you cut all this shit out.
Okay, so it says here, regular hydro pump before Ashgren's turn. Wait, my bad. Let me add this item real quick.
Alright, I'm out. Okay.
It's right in front of my face. Chill. Oh, wait. Alright, so Dark Pulse with a regular Gren. It's usually a 3-hit KO after rocks.
On what?
On a Heatran. Defensive Tran.
Yeah.
Without rocks, it's a 4-hit KO with Dark Pulse. I'm talking about Dark Pulse. If it's specs, mind you.
Why'd you Dark Pulse a Heatran?
Switch in, I don't know. But if you even if it's not.
Why would you? Are they switching?
Okay, right. Okay.
Heatran too?
Okay. You want to use Hydro Pump instead? It's still not a guaranteed OCO. It's a guaranteed OCO with rocks.
No, it's not.
It says it right. You want me to show you the calc?
I'll look it up one second.
All right. This is
Are we talking regular Gren, is it?
yeah, we're
Or-
talking about regular Grand before it changes.
Alright, one second. Are we doing max HP train?
Let me check. Was it max HP? It was 248. It says Spadef. Just check it in.
Hydro Pump does 113% without rocks.
Are you looking at Ashgren?
Well, I set the calc to Ashgren, but I changed it to 103 attack.
Oh, I changed. I looked at it. I changed it to Gren.
Well, it's the same thing, because as long as you set the special attack to 103.
It says it right here.
You send it?
I sent it. It's in the chat.
Where?
Look at the bottom. Wait, it's there. Look, it says. It
Oh,
says
yeah, I
it
see,
right.
I see. Oh, the Spadef feature.
Yeah,
I
so-
use the Spadef feature.
I seen it sometimes. But regular Heatran utility. It is a guaranteed OCO with Hydro Pump. If you miss, well, that's a different story. But the point I'm just trying to prove is, it can change the difference with how many hits it takes to kill a Pokemon. I can't find the best. I'm not finding the best examples because.
But you need relevant examples for it to
Yeah, you're right.
provide for
Oh, Charizard.
X or Y.
Either. Switching, you lose 50% off your HP. Volcarona, 50% off your HP.
Who's switching in a Charizard to a Greninja?
No. I'm just talking about switching into rocks. If you don't get the opportunity to get away your fog or get off fog, obviously you're gonna have to switch it in. So you're gonna lose HP. Volcarona, 50%. I said if you don't get the opportunity to get off defog, you lose your defogger. It just dies. Like.
You always have the opportunity to get defog.
And I always have the opportunity to almost get my rocks up. I would say, but in the example where you get rid of your if your defogger dies, like you make a bad play or something, any example, if you I'm just talking about on switching.
Defogger if you have a Volcarona or a Charizard.
I don't know. It's seen it happen. It's happened, but.
Well, then
But what I'm trying to say is when you switch in you're like, if you switch in these specific mons, they're gonna lose half of their HP, and they're gonna like, well, yeah, they lose half of their HP. Like, I don't know what else there is to say. Victini 25%.
Yeah, but like, when you see like when you're facing like a Volcarona or a Zard, like you generally just lead with your rocket, right, and try and get up your rocks as fast as possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that means you could waste a turn, and they could gain some sort of momentum that puts you in the back.
I mean, yeah, but you're still getting up your rocks because it is mandatory against specific mons like that.
It's not mandatory.
Against Volcarona
Necessary.
and Landers, it's more than necessary.
Don't say
What are you gonna? Okay, so you switch on a Volcarona at max HP. Let's see. What are you really gonna? What are you gonna switch in on a? What are you gonna switch in on a Volcarona? A Toxapex, I guess. You could switch in. What if it's packing Psychic Z? You could switch in Heatran.
Wait, why would you switch in a Volcarona to the packs?
No. Why would I'm talking about like if you have your Volcarona in, because like for some reason you didn't get up rocks. It doesn't have 50% off its HP. That's gonna die. It's at +1.
To packs.
No, I'm talking about the Pex. The Pex is gonna die. If it has Psychnium Z, maybe at +1 HP.
It kills anyway without rocks. I'm pretty sure.
No. I'm talking about Volcarona. Switches in, no rocks on him, on his side. The Volcarona's at 100% HP. The Toxapex switches in, for some reason. Like, I don't know, got him on a prediction. Hits you with that Psychnium Z. Or it sets, it even, screw it, it doesn't even need to hit you on the first turn. It could just set up a +1. More than likely, everything on their team is probably gonna die unless you have a Chansey. Then, like one of the counters or something to counter it that can live a hit and is gonna kill it. If you have a Pinsir, okay. But there's not really that many things in the tier that's gonna outspeed a +1 Volcarona and kill it. Unless you have priority, and not much priority in this entire tier is gonna kill that because you didn't get up rocks. And let's see, maybe Kyurem Black is a good example. That thing is bulky as shit. Cause that bastard just does not, like, if you think about it, like if you just like run, like, I don't know, that Roost variant with Kyurem Black, that bulky ass one, that shit does not fucking die, bro. That shit does not die.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this bastard left. But if you get up rocks, it obviously is going to lose 25% off his HP. You got your counter in. It's going to have to switch out. Unless you get a defog off, every time it switches in, it's losing 25% off of its HP. Makes it even worse if it is like LOKB. And since it is practically it is your wall breaker, you're gonna try and switch it in multiple times on the bulkiest Pokemon possible and try and kill it on switches. But if you don't get rid of rocks, or you're not packing or you're not packing a defogger, either way, like, that's if you're not packing a defogger. Don't say, like, hypothetically, what do you mean, why wouldn't they have a defogger? But like, if they don't have a defogger, or they just didn't get off a defog, after two switch-ins, half your HP is gone. After 4 switch-ins, that's your last switch-in. You're at 1 HP.
With like, not every team has defog or like hazard control, but every team with hazard weak Pokemon has hazard control.
Not every team has oh well, like, I understand your point. Hazard control, yeah.
Like
a lot
of balanced teams that have hazard stack with rock spikes and T-spikes don't have defog.
I understand what you mean. I understand what you're trying to say. But if you don't have, I've played with teams that don't have hazard control. I've played against people that don't have hazard control, and I've seen what rocks does to your team. And I can. But let's talk about what do you think is the best move in the game?
Probably their Scald or U-turn.
Scald or U-turn? Just pick one.
Probably I'm leaning towards U-turn just because of the burn nerf though.
Okay. At least you know about the burn nerf.
What?
Nah, at least you know about the burn nerf. People don't like. Shade didn't want to admit it that there is a burn nerf. But like you were saying, okay, why do you think U-turn is the best move in the game? Obviously because of momentum, keeping momentum on switching out. But what else? I
like,
want to hear.
let's say you have your landers and like on a heat train or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And you can just click U-turn for free. It doesn't matter what they go into because you get the momentum. And even if they do stay in, you're able to, you know, they're not gonna, like, you know what move they're gonna go for, so you can switch in accordingly.
The thing about U-turn is, it also very depends on your speed. If you're running Scarflanderus, it obviously always runs U-turn. If I'm switching out on a slower opponent, and they're switching out at the same time I'm switching out, say I don't know, say somebody leads off with a driller, say I don't know, like let's see, what would somebody want to switch out in if you have like a Landorus on the field?
Torn.
Yeah, Torn. Okay, say you have a Torn, you decide to U-turn out, and then you bring in something, but they U-turned at the same time that you did. Obviously, they have the slow U-turn, so they have the priority when it comes to switching in anything that could beat that specific mod that you just switched in.
Yeah.
U-turn.
U-turn's good.
The thing about that is that U-turn loses in specific scenarios when it comes to like slow or fast U-turn. That's the problem with it.
But that only happens in like if you're U-turning, if both people U-turn. But that still just proves that U-turn is good because you get the slow U-turn.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about fast U-turn, specifically fast U-turn.
Well, if the opponent's not
U-turn does have
and
its
you
problems.
go fast U-turn, you get the momentum.
U-turn does have its issues, like obviously like losing to slow U-turn. But
that like slow U-turn's really good. That just supports. How
no,
good
I'm just saying
U-turn
like
is.
it has its flaws. Like it does lose to slow U-turn on a specific like switches. Yeah. Like
Yeah, that
what
just
do you?
proves that U-turn's good.
No, I'm just talking about like I'm talking about fast. Like I'm just talking about the flaws of U-turn. Specifically fast U-turn losing to slow U-turn.
But I'm not arguing fast U-turn. I'm just arguing U-turn.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm talking about the flaws of the U. I'm talking about flaws of U-turn.
I don't. You're saying that U-turn's bad by saying that U-turn's
No.
good. Essentially.
I'm not saying that it's. I'm talking about the flaws that it has. I'm not talking about that it's a bad move. I'm saying that it does have its flaws. But I'm trying to say is that, what are the flaws with Stealth Rocks?
It can lose you momentum, and like let's say you're Lando in, right? They switch into their Torn as you get rocks up, and they get a free defog. You got nothing out of the turn.
I mean, you can always set them back up. But like, okay, like you're saying, okay, specifically you're saying it loses you momentum. Like majority of the time, people are gonna lead rocks, majority of the time, or they're gonna get it off on a specific switch when they win when they win the switch-ins. Say you have a Ferrothorn in on a Heatran. More than likely, they're gonna switch out their Ferrothorn. You're probably gonna get your rocks up on that switch out, and then you could just switch out.
Yeah, but then you have to worry about switching into that next one.
But you already know it's in, because you already got your rocks up. Switch out your Ferrothorn into a Landorus. You already got your rocks up with your Tran. You could just switch out.
Wait, what?
I said, say you have a Heatran and your opponent has a Ferrothorn on the field. They're gonna switch out their Ferrothorn. Say they go into, since they're switching out, and you know they're gonna switch out. You get your rocks up. Your opponent,
Yeah.
the one with the Ferrothorn, switches into a Landorus. You said they already lost the matchup, but
I know this isn't really relevant, but why would you switch into Landers on a Heatran?
type advantage. Get an Earthquake off. You could
put shit ton for Magnestorm.
I know. I'm just saying, but like relevancy, like I don't think that really matters. We're just talking about specifically on. You win the exchange because you do get your rocks up on the switch out because your opponent has to switch out into a mon to get the upper advantage because they already lost the Pokemon they have in. Like they lost the turn.
Rocks.
They lost the turn.
Like I'm not saying that setting rocks isn't good because it's incredible. Like, like in that situation, just being able to get free rocks is really nice to get the free chip off. But my main argument is that you can't just spam it. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, U-turn, you can just click U-turn and always get something out.
But the thing is about
And,
it,
like,
like, obviously, every time you click U-turn, what if you have rocks up on the field on both sides? When you U-turn out, you're obviously going to lose damage on switching. Get damage on switching. That's the thing about rocks. Like, why would you need to use the move more than once if you can just get it up one time and forget about it for the rest of the game and make the game a lot easier? That's the main thing about rocks. It makes the game easier. That's why people use it. U-turn does gain you momentum, obviously. You could switch in, you could switch out off of off of threats to keep momentum going. But if I do have rocks up, it's guaranteed that I'm gonna get damage off every single turn unless you have magic guard. And if you get rid of the rocks, you had to waste a turn to defog them away, and I could do so much with that one turn by either setting up, switching out, switching in a rocker again, because you might potentially be, I don't know, weak to that specific rocker that I have, because there are so many of them. That's the thing, there's a variety of them.
yeah, like, I just feel like you're getting confused because the move...
I know, the move U-turn...
itself, you can only, for all intents and purposes, you only use it once per game, right?
Yeah.
Like, forgetting about the D, Scald is useful, U-turn is useful throughout the entire game.
You only gotta get it up one time, so you're still gonna get damage each turn. So does that really change its usefulness because you only need to use it once? If anything, that makes it even more useful because you only need to use it once.
I'm not saying you need to use, like, Scald or U-turn more than once, though.
I know, I'm talking about... Wait, are you talking about rocks or U-turn? You're talking about any specific move, any generalized move. Not rocks, because you can use them more than once. But what I'm trying to argue is, why would you need to use a move more than once if you can guarantee the damage every single turn just by switching in?
I'm not saying that it's not good because you only need to use it once. I'm saying it's not as good as it could be because you can't use it multiple times.
It's okay. I know what you're trying to say. It's because it's not like spikes where you could just stack them. Is that what you're trying to say? Because you can't stack it.
It's hard to explain. Like, yes and no. Like, obviously, if you could stack rocks, that would just be broken, right?
Yeah.
But like, you don't get something out of the turn if you just keep clicking rocks. You know.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to say is, you're still gonna guarantee that damage. Obviously, depending on the mon that switches in, you're still gonna get damage. Oh, and the biggest thing about rocks is, let's talk about leftovers. If you switch in a Pokemon, you're obviously gonna get back that lefties. But like, think about it this way: if you switch in a Pokemon, and you know you can get KO'd the next turn, but you need leftovers, so you need leftovers to get back to that HP where you know you're not gonna get into range. You're following me, right? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know you're gonna need lefties, but rocks put you into range where you can get KO'd. You're not in a position where you can switch out or stay in, so you're probably gonna lose that Pokemon specifically because you took that rocks damage, and you know you're not in a position to do anything because rocks turn that potential 2-hit KO into a 1-hit KO. The thing about U-turn, the thing about U-turn is, obviously, you could always switch out if you're in danger of losing your Pokemon that you need to keep alive. But the thing about rocks is, we have suicide leads for a reason. You're not gonna have a suicide lead U-turner, like, that doesn't make any sense. The thing about, so like, with rocks, you have Pokemon where you could literally, their only specific job is to get rocks up. What I'm trying to say is, you could run U-turn on multiple Pokemon, but that's not gonna be their job the whole game. Unless you're using the specific playstyle of hyper offense where you're not allowed to make mistakes, but you really can't make mistakes with hyper offense because you could lose the game. The thing with hyper offense is that's the reason they have lead rockers, so you could just get the rocks up. You don't need that Pokemon, and you could make the game way easier because the game finishes very fast. When you use U-turn, it's almost like with that playstyle specifically. It's almost like you lose the exchange, so you practically just made a mistake and you put yourself at a higher risk of losing. With rocks, it does literally increase your win percentage. But I just want to hear your view on that.
So you're just saying that, like I agree. Like it's hard to describe, but like the effect of the move. Like you're saying, it's incredible. I'm not arguing with that at all.
I know you're not arguing with that. You're just arguing that
it's like an empty move slot diminishes. I'm not saying diminishes its value because you need rocks on basically every team.
Yeah, but you don't need U-turn on every team.
Yeah.
I just want to see. Let me see.
The
Okay.
usefulness of U-turn throughout the game outweighs rocks.
I would agree with you that U-turn is a top move, but right here, I'm looking at the statistics. Statistically, U-turn is the third most used move right now on Smogon.
What's the second most used move?
It's actually it's actually substitute. That's actually surprising. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually surprising.
Yeah, like
I
feel like that's just a little ladder.
I thought it would be. I would think it would be defog, but whatever.
No, it would probably be. I don't know actually. It won't be sub though.
That's
if I had to guess.
It's if you want to see the list, I'll just link it to you.
Yeah.
But rocks has been like practically the number one is actually like in usage. It is the number one used move, and you don't even need to see statistics to argue with that because it is used practically every single game.
Yeah. What is the percentage on rocks? Like 99%.
It doesn't say. Wait. Wait. What do you mean? The percentage.
Like the usage.
It doesn't say usage percentage. It just says it just shows the top moves. But the usage should be over 85% at least. I'm gonna check and see if I can find it up. But another thing is, if you can ask the most, okay, what do you think would determine what would be a better move? Like, if you ask the best players in the game, would that be like a good determination because they are the best players in the game for a reason, so they would know? I
think it all comes down to perspective, right? Because I don't think anyone could argue against rocks. Like, the hazard being probably the best thing in the game, right? But
yeah.
The move itself, it's only one per team, once per game, essentially, right? That it's just like how you look at it, I guess. I think.
Depending on the person, you could run multiple rockers on one team just to guarantee that you keep rocks up all game, just the same way that you run U-turn on, and you could run it on multiple Pokemon.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Like I said, like you know how you could run U-turn on multiple Pokemon. It could be the same with rocks. You could run rocks on multiple Pokemon on one team just to guarantee. It's not strange because it is. I've seen it a lot actually, especially on like higher ladder because that's when players they really want to like use it. But that's ladder it's not really seen as much in. Well, actually no, I've seen it sometimes in tournament too, because rocks is a big part of the game. And people are so afraid of rocks, especially in a tournament, because that's when you like have to play at your best. They have to get rid of the rocks because they know they're losing unnecessary damage. That's why they always have that specific user of defog or hazard removal, and they run a recovery move with it because they know every time they're switching in, they are losing HP unless they're a regenerator user, like you said, Tornadus with U-turn. That does make it one of the best defoggers. But I'm not trying to argue that U-turn is a bad move. What I'm arguing is it's not the best move. it does have an amazing effect, like you were saying, like, and you do agree that rocks does have an amazing effect. I agree that it does keep the momentum, but that's really all I could see from it. I only see that it keeps momentum. That's all I could see from it. And it does switch out like from danger, but I don't see anything else from it. It has two benefits compared to the benefits that rocks has, which is plentiful. You do lose
Yeah, that's
residual.
my main point, basically. Like, these moves I'm talking about, knockoffs called U-turn, they have essentially two effects, right? You get, like, a very good amount of damage off because they're, 70, 80, 97 base power moves. And then you also get to remove the item, burn, switch out for free.
Yeah, but one of the thing about, like you were also stating with rocks, taunters, obviously, or magic. Well, there's also another thing with magic bounce users, but that's a different story. Stopping rocks. If you get rocks up, it could also be the same way as stopping defog or hazard removal, unless you're specifically running rapid spin, and your opponent's running a ghost type, a spin blocker. But what I'm trying to say is, because it is what are the name of those moves? The moves that don't do damage. I don't remember the specific name of them, but whatever. Like, you know how they're special and physical. I don't remember what the group is called, but whatever. Like, what I'm just trying to say is, obviously, the number one way to defeat this move is either magic bounce user or a taunt user. Okay, that's really like the only way. And the only thing that is immune to rocks is magic guard. That's actually it. It has, because of the few weaknesses that rocks actually has. And there's like what is it? Is there a rocker with magic bounce? I actually don't know.
Clef.
No, magic bounce. Clef has magic guard.
Let's see, Sableye doesn't get rocks. Zachu doesn't get rocks.
Oh, Diancie gets rocks.
Oh yeah, Diancie. Yeah.
Put rocks on I've seen Diancie lead. I've seen Diancie with rocks before.
Yeah.
That shit is a bitch to kill.
Yeah.
No, it's not even a bitch to kill. It's a bitch to like deal with because it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's practically anti-lead when it comes to rocks because it gets its rocks up and it stops you from getting your rocks up.
Prevents them. Yeah. Like, in my opinion, like, I would say Diancie's a better lead than Drill because it always prevents rocks and gets your own up, except for the fact that Diancie takes your mega slot.
Yeah. But nowadays, honestly, if you look at it, megas aren't as prevalent as they used to be just because of Z-moves. You don't even need a mega on all your teams anymore because the Pokemon are getting so much better. But the thing is, obviously, like, U-turn and rocks are staples on almost every single team except for, like, stall. You don't really see you actually don't see U-turn because U-turn is a momentum gaining move, but
Jirachi. Because Jirachi's on most stall now because of
yeah, but like on most stall teams, because like usually you're gonna have like at least like 2 or maybe 3 U-turners, like Volt Turn. I'll put Volt Switch in the same category.
Volt Turn isn't really seen that much just because of Gastrodon.
Yeah. So what the fuck was I gonna say? I was saying something about stall. The reason U-turn is obviously not on stall is because the thing with stall is it's not a momentum playstyle. What is there? Balance. There's balance. There's hyper offense. There's bulky offense, and there's stall. There's probably a few. There's a few more. There's like fucking weather and shit. Yeah. On 3 of them, actually on all 4 of them, rocks is actually a thing. Stealth U-turn is a thing on 3 of them, but I'm not trying to get up with obviously we already know what the most usage, what has the highest usage. This damn videos, what the fuck, this video is at 54 minutes, but like, okay, so like let's wrap this up a little soon, but okay, so like let's keep going for like another like 5 minutes.
Oh, you're recording this?
I don't know, I'm like, maybe if I like it I might just
everyone check me out, youtube.com/skip, sub to me.
I'll link that shit in the description. I was gonna say, hey, what's up guys, here's another video, but like y'all niggas was talking, so actually, you know what I think we're finna do? We could also get another one of these tomorrow with more people, because it'd be really way more interesting with more people in it. You could bring people here because this is a good topic to talk about. We could We
I
could,
could do tomorrow night.
yeah, we could end
Like,
this right.
like
We could end this right
11
here.
or 12 EST.
We could end this right here. Like, do you? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna post this because like I haven't posted in like a few days.
Yeah.
But like, okay, actually, so like, yeah, okay, so you guys, we're gonna actually come back again tomorrow with this. Think of this one as, I don't know, fucking
Agree to disagree.
and a pre. Think of it like as a pre-lottery, the lottery before the lottery, or some shit like that, some gay shit like that, some NBA type
Oh wait,
shit.
no. I know how to sell this, right? So we each make a team, right? You make a team with 6 months with Rocks, and I make a team with 6 months with U-turn.
You know what the funny part is? When we were talking about Diancie and you were like, you know, this thing is a better lead than Drill, and I was like, yo, this is literally an anti-lead. I'm finna make a team with Diancie because I ain't seen this bastard in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, yeah, what we're gonna try and do is like, we're gonna settle this with another probably discussion tomorrow or a few days from now. Try and get more people in here, see more points if there are more points, because I'm pretty sure we pulled up a lot of points. Get our arguments a lot more straight, more clear, because we did ramble a lot and it got mixed up. But
Yeah.
as you guys can probably get the gist of this. But let me know what you think. Just hint.
the best move.
Rocks is the best move. I got the what's the word? I got the credibility. I really don't want to say this
Okay, I
nigga.
have more subs than you.
I don't want to say this. Just shut the fuck up. I'm not talking about my credibility. I'm talking about the credibility of the best player. Well, I don't know if Mr. Moet can be.
Wait.
I don't know if Mr. Moet can be.
How many videos have you posted?
Like a little bit over 100.
100. Holy shit. Like how mine will take.
But like I was saying, I
I posted 25 videos.
Man, get that shit out of here. These bastards don't like quality or quantity anymore. It's all about whatever.
It's all about the personality, let me tell you.
Fucking faggots.
It's the voice. It's
Man,
the voice.
these niggas are faggots. But like I was saying, you see the niggas that said, I don't know if I can say Mr. Moet is one of the best players, but he is definitely. He does
No,
have.
he
He just got clout.
He only has a trophy because he got ghosted and he had great bastard on.
He just got fucking clout. That's really it. He got some clout. That's really it.
Yeah, because he had great bastard on team who,
But
like, when he was playing, in my opinion, best player of all time.
Great bastard. He definitely is one of the best players. But like we got NJMP who agreed with me, one of the best team builders.
Shit.
But he's an amazing team builder, so that counts for something. So he knows how to build. He does
know how to build, but
Yeah.
he hasn't built like any good teams in the past like 10 months.
I mean, a lot of players use his teams for a tournament. We got the main man. We got Blunder, you know, one of the best players. Even though he don't got a trophy, but that's usually a team effort sometimes. And this bastard got hacked. So, but we're not talking about that. We got one of the other more best players, I guess, in my opinion. We got the man Goat TC.
Okay. He's.
We got one of the
his own teams.
we got one of the tournament directors, Finchinator. You know who that is, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And we got one of the bigger players. Where the fuck? Oh, ABR, also agreeing with me. So, what I would suggest is that like I just want to see like if you can get some more like higher players to agree with you, just to show like I don't know that U-turn has as much clout as you claim it has. But I think I'm gonna end this video right here.
I'm messaging ABR right now.
Oh, this bastard. Alright, but like I'm gonna end this video right here. Tell me if you guys like this long ass discussion. It's rocks. It's rocks. Alright, don't forget to like and subscribe. You better fucking subscribe, I swear to God. Cause I'm tired of this nigga Skip getting more subscribers than me. He only got 25 videos up. Man, I know I ain't been posting that much in the past few days, but like
Okay, everyone watching, you turn out this vid right now onto my channel.
But don't forget to set up
youtube.com/skip PKface.
yeah, but don't forget to set up your rocks. Talk to y'all later. Bye.